So if you look at Xiaomi as a mobile brand right now, I think they're in a very tricky position because the Redmi Note series, which used to be Xiaomi's biggest strength, has been quite disappointing lately. That old Redmi magic, I don't think that's there anymore. Now, yes, Xiaomi's flagship phones are getting very good, but let's be real, in the flagship segment, Xiaomi is competing directly against Apple and Samsung, and that is a very tough space. On the other side, Xiaomi still sells a lot of those budget Redmi A series phones, but those phones are mostly there to drive volume and market share. Xiaomi probably does not even earn a lot of money from them. So, for Xiaomi to really do well, I think their best chance is the premium mid-range segment, and that's exactly where the latest Xiaomi 17T series comes in. This year, they have actually launched the T series in a lot more countries, and it really feels like this is their new hero product. This is the phone that Xiaomi is betting on. And when you look at the specs of the Xiaomi 17T, everything looks very well covered. At least on paper, there is nothing major missing here. So, is this the phone that makes Xiaomi exciting again? Watch till the end to find out. Okay, first let me talk about the things that I have really liked about the Xiaomi 17T. And what I really liked as soon as I got the phone in my hands is this compact and boxy form factor. Hopefully, they do the same with their Redmi Note series as well. If you remember, last year Xiaomi 15T had a massive 6.83 inches display, but now with the Xiaomi 17T, we get a smaller 6.59 inch display. Because of this, the Xiaomi 17T actually feels really good in the hand. It is not too wide like the Redmi Note series phones, so good job by Xiaomi here. The color options are also really nice. This purple variant that I have with me looks particularly eye-pleasing. Even the other color options are quite nice. We also get Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection on the front, although the back and the frames are plastic, but there are no creaks or bends, and in fact the weight distribution here is very good. So overall, for the design and build, I would give this a solid A+. Now on the front, the display quality here is also really nice. This is probably the only phone in this price range to offer a 12-bit panel, but more importantly, the colors look really nice here. No issues with brightness, and we also get HDR10+ certification as well as Dolby Vision support. So for watching videos, the overall experience here is really good. The touch response is also fantastic. However, I found the speakers to be only okay-ish. I did miss that punchy bass here, but for watching videos or let's say casually listening to music, it is completely fine. Okay, the third big thing that I like about this phone is the performance. Now, at this very price range, we all know that there are gaming-centric phones like the OnePlus 15R or the iQOO 15R. Those phones have faster chipsets and are more focused on performance and gaming. But the Xiaomi 17T is not exactly trying to be a hardcore gaming phone. This is more of a balanced premium mid-range phone. It competes more directly with phones like the Vivo V70, the Galaxy A57 or the Nothing Phone 4a Pro. And compared to those phones, the performance here is definitely better. The Xiaomi 17T is powered by the Dimensity 8500 Ultra chip, and we also get LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. So in terms of raw hardware, this is a much more powerful phone than most of its competitors. Just look at these benchmark comparisons. The difference is quite big. Even if you play a lot of games, you will get good fluidity here. The overall stability, the 5% lows, and sustained performance here are so much better. Yes, it does heat up a little bit during prolonged gaming sessions or while recording videos outdoors, but it's not very alarming. Likewise, Xiaomi has also included a good X-axis vibration motor here, so for typing and general UI feedback, this feels really good. We, however, only get an optical in-display fingerprint sensor here and not the more reliable ultrasonic one, so you don't get perks like being able to unlock the phone with wet or sweaty hands here. Anyway, the reason why Xiaomi phones, especially their mid-range phones, get criticized a lot is because of their software. And yes, HyperOS is still not as polished as Samsung's One UI or Nothing OS, but I think the latest HyperOS 3.0 offers a pretty good overall experience. I found the UI here to be smooth enough. We get Google Keyboard, Google Dialer by default, and Xiaomi has promised a good number of OS updates too. The only thing that still annoys me on Xiaomi phones is when I swipe to the Google Discover feed, there is this slight lag, and I don't know why, but this happens mostly only on Xiaomi phones. Okay, the fourth good thing about this phone is definitely its battery life. We get a pretty sizable 6500 mAh silicon carbon battery here, and it easily lasted me for 1.5 days, and if you're a light user, it will even be close to 2 days. Xiaomi also includes a 67-watt charger inside the box, which is always nice to see. It charges the phone fully in about an hour. There is no wireless charging support though. Okay, so far, if you look at the major pillars of the Xiaomi 17T, the design, display, performance, software and battery, it scores really well. For the price, I would say it gets either an A or an A+ in almost all of these areas. But the one area where Xiaomi's mid-range phones have traditionally lagged behind is the camera. However, in the last couple of years, ever since Xiaomi started collaborating with Leica, my god, their flagship phone cameras have become world-class. And now we are finally seeing that collaboration come to premium mid-range phones like the Xiaomi 17T as well. Now, the camera hardware here itself is not extraordinary. We get a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 50-megapixel 5x telephoto zoom camera. Yes, a 5x optical zoom camera on a premium mid-range phone. I don't think any other brand is providing a proper 5x telephoto camera in this very price range. Most phones around this segment usually give you a 3x or 3.5x lens. In fact, phones like the Galaxy A57 don't even have a telephoto camera. And this 5x camera on the Xiaomi 17T captures some stunning portraits. Just look at the samples. Honestly, some of these portraits feel like they're captured from a flagship phone. The colors are very nice, the edge detection is good, the skin tone on the face looks really pleasing, and because of that 5x zoom perspective, the subject separation also looks very natural. And since this camera is optimized by Leica, I was also able to capture some really nice black and white portraits. Now, of course, it is not quite as good as something we get from the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, but for a premium mid-range phone, I think this is really impressive. Likewise, this 5x camera also doubles as a macro camera. Again, it is not as good as what you get on proper flagship phones, and it also cannot go extremely close to the subject, but overall, the macro shots are decent enough. Now, talking about the main 1x camera, like I said earlier, Xiaomi has not used a particularly large camera sensor here. It is using the Light Fusion 800 sensor, but the image processing is very well optimized. If you like dramatic and contrasty photos, you can use the Leica Authentic mode, but most of the time I click photos in the Leica Vibrant mode because it gives you more slightly eye-pleasing colors, better vibrancy, and overall better looking photos for social media. So whether it was daytime, low light, or even slightly challenging lighting conditions, I was surprisingly getting very good photos from the main camera here. Even the ultra-wide camera is not bad. It is a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and usually at this price range, the color consistency between the main camera and the ultra-wide camera is not very good, but here it is surprisingly well matched. Likewise, the videography aspect is also pretty good here. The stabilization is nice, the colors look good, and the details are decent as well. You can record 4K 30fps videos from all of the three rear cameras, and from the main and the 5x telephoto camera, you can even shoot up to 4K 60fps. Plus, in 4K 30fps, you can switch between all of the lenses while recording. Now, talking about the selfie camera, it is not bad either. The skin tones look good, it is not overly processed, and it does not over sharpen the face too much. Even the selfie video quality is okay, not amazing, but definitely not bad. So yeah, overall, I did find the Xiaomi 17T to be a very good phone. And you guys know I have been very critical of Xiaomi's mid-range phones in the past, but this time, I think Xiaomi has done a really good job. For any good phone to become a great phone, there is this MKBHD rule where all the major pillars need to be strong. The design, display, performance, software, cameras, and the battery. All of these things need to be good, and with the Xiaomi 17T, almost every single one of those areas is either an A or an A-. So yeah, as a premium mid-range phone, the Xiaomi 17T is a very compelling option. But in India, I do think the price is a bit stiff, because if I compare the Indian price with the Nepal price where I live, this phone is actually cheaper here in Nepal. So I feel like Xiaomi India could have been a little more aggressive with the pricing. If this phone was priced somewhere around 50,000 to 55,000 Indian rupees, I think it would have been a tremendous deal. But at a starting price of 60,000 Indian rupees, things become a little tricky because at that price you can find phones like last year's OnePlus 13, which in my opinion is just a better overall product. There are also other phones like the Vivo X200T, which is one of my current favorite phones at this very price point. Both of those phones give you things like an LTPO display, faster chipset, better camera hardware, ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, and just a more flagship-like experience overall. There's also the Nothing Phone 3, which is available under 50,000 time and again on Flipkart. So for India, I am not completely sold on the Xiaomi 17T just because of its pricing. But outside India, where this phone is priced more sensibly and there isn't a lot of competition, I think the Xiaomi 17T makes a lot of sense. So yeah, Xiaomi does look exciting again with this phone, and if this is the direction Xiaomi is taking with the T series, then honestly I am happy to see it. And hopefully they can revamp their Note series as well and make it exciting again.